that I like my body vibrated and I like almost nutted.
Glad we started up on that yet again.
Hey man, sometimes your body be acting up. You ever just like pop your back? You're just like.
I feel like that's just gonna be our tradition. Like, our tradition isn't gonna be me trying to use a deep voice and doing "Welcome to Legion of Chaos." It's gonna be you saying some kind of weird shit, like at the start of every podcast. Anyway, welcome to the Legion of Chaos, where controversy is the norm. Until I come up with a better intro,
that's retract back in me when you do that. You somehow make me go through reverse puberty.
Yeah, well, guess what? At least you're bigger than a gorilla. You're bigger than a gorilla.
Go, baby.
But anyway,
bigger than a gorilla.
Welcome to this week's episode of the Legion of Chaos. This week, we're talking about Spider-Man and what makes him perfect. What makes for a perfect Spider-Man. Talking about everything we can about Spider-Man, and we've got our...
The biggest reason is, like, have you seen his hair? Sexy.
I want photos of that menace Spider-Man.
Exactly.
I want Spider-Man. Yeah.
By the way, can we also are we going to talk about like the stupid fucking stories that have come from comic book stories? The comic book Peter Parker's.
Oh, go for it. Go for it. No, you can go for it,
dude.
I really got
stupid ass idea at Marvel. Thought it was a good idea to give Mary Jane cancer because Peter comes radioactivity.
Oh, that one. This one though, she had Aunt May has cancer. And it's just a ton of deep shit.
No, I'm talking about the time. Every time Peter Parker busted, she contracted a little more radioactivity, and then she died from...
That's why you use protection.
That is exactly why you use protection.
You don't have radioactive protection.
I don't have radioactive. I don't have radioactive baby batter, so I don't have to worry about that. But that was so dumb.
I mean, I can understand why that happened. But anyway, since we need to get to the subject,
why? At no point did I think to myself, like, you know what I really want to read when it comes to the Spider-Man story? Mary Jane dying of dick cancer. Let's go.
You can't
justify that. Don't do it, please.
I don't know. But anyway, we're going to be talking about. So first of all, I want everyone. So welcome Jesse, welcome Stefania. I want to know from everyone.
Fuck me, I guess.
Yeah, you're not important, Jacob. Sorry. Plus, you're the fucking co-host. You don't need an introduction. I don't introduce myself, do I? I just say, welcome to Legion of Chaos, where controversy is...
How am I going to know who you are, though?
Bitch, it's on the... this thing is disorienting. It's to the right.
The other way. The other way.
One of those
right.
Your name is like right here.
Wait, well, yeah, your name is right there, but I mean, like, no, our socials are right to the right corner.
Oh, on his thing.
Yeah, it's on my screen.
Yeah,
one today.
On the top.
Let's start talking about like what overall just makes Spider-Man an amazing character. Like, what do you guys think? Like, what are elements of him, like his character, the people he knows, like his relationships, the environment, everything. What do you think makes him such a great character? So I'll start with whichever one wants to go first between you, Jesse, and Stefania. Like who wants to take the floor first?
I thought you were just gonna pick.
I don't know.
Meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by its toe. Holy shit, my fucking mic is on
I have something. I have a reason why. Like, I think Spider-Man is why people love him so much.
Be my guest. Oh, you are literally.
I am your guest, actually.
So be my guest and go on.
Somebody said his radioactive semen is what makes him best. That's hilarious.
The radioactive semen? Hey, yo!
But, because I was watching this documentary with Stan in it one day, and he was talking about creating Spider-Man, him and Steve, and he was saying how, you know how, like, every character relates to someone in the world, right? They created a character that could relate to young teenagers, and Stan, this is, like, quoted, Stan was like, let's just give him problems to add on top of, like, everything that he is. And so when people read Spider-Man, read about who he was, what he did, and his problems, people could relate to that, especially young teenagers. Teenagers have, like, growing up, you have a lot of problems growing up as a teenager, especially in like today's
Especially in
society.
New York and Marvel. God
And,
forbid
yeah.
you live in New York, dude. They're probably their cost of living must be
Exactly.
super low because every week there's a terrorist attack by the Green Goblin.
Exactly. But when people pick up a comic every month to read about Spider-Man, they just can't wait to read about what they did. They'll read something and they'll be like, I did that same thing yesterday. What Peter did, what Spider-Man did in this comic, I just did that yesterday. That is relatable. That's why people like him. He's also your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He has to put on this persona, I mean he does, that he's a hero. People look up to him. And sometimes he may not think that or believe that, but he does have people that look up to him, even if they don't know who he is under the mask. Anyone can be Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
We have a bunch of
Absolutely.
Spider-Mans. And we have Spider-Woman and Spider-Gwen. Spider-Verse. It's infinite.
And we also have Silk. We have
Silk.
Miles Morales. We've got
Miles.
Unpopular
And
opinion, Silk is the best female Spider-Man or Spider-Woman.
I can agree with that because I was recently reading Agents of Atlas, and she's a primary character in it.
Lady
She's awesome.
Spider.
Miles Morales is a perfect Spider-Man. He has the coolest powers.
Oh,
Hey,
that's really cool.
like all Spider-Man are on the table for this discussion. You can bring up any Spider-Man, and explain why you think he makes for a perfect Spider-Man. It's like the
In
entirety
terms
of
of
the
powers,
thing.
he's
Steph cosplays. Ooh, someone said that they're a big fan of you.
That's my friend Blue. Hello Blue, how are you? We're pretty good friends.
Oh, wait, I'm trying to remember which one's blue because I don't remember.
Vulcan, Blue. He goes by both.
Okay.
He said he was gonna do this.
People
He's
named
gonna
Blue.
hop in and be like big fan. It's a thing. He comes on my Twitch streams and he's just like, oh my god, Steph cosplays, big fan.
Big fan.
Big fan.
He's got a command on Twitch now that he just does !blue and it's his oh my god, big fan.
Oh, then now think about it, Stefania, because like since we're talking about all the different Spider-Mans, have you ever are you considering cosplaying as Spider-Woman or just any of the Spider-Women?
Oh, of
Like,
course.
like-
I have Spider-Gwen
course
on
you
my list. I've done Black Cat already, but I have Spider-Gwen. I want to do Spider-Woman. People are like, you should do Silk, but I'm not like, I want to do Spider-Woman and Spider-Gwen the most. So I'm hoping to get a Gwen cosplay this year, especially for cons, because I want to mix it up at every con I go to.
Yeah.
But those are my
Yeah.
top two I want to do.
I'm glad someone else likes Spider-Gwen because I feel like she's the most slept on. Like, yeah, we got her in the movie,
Mhm.
but that was also like primarily that was primarily fucking Miles's movie. I
Yeah.
want a whole ass story about Spider-Gwen.
Oh
I
yeah.
love Gwen Stacy, and I'm consistently saying how pissed off I am that she's big dead, and that she's consistently dead in the main line. I want her to come back. I want her, and I want Peter Parker. Fuck Mary Jane. She's over. Move on. Go back to Hot Blondie.
I've always been more of a Felicia fan though, for my in terms of love
my
interest.
God, you're so unique, Johnsky, you horny little kid.
I don't know, you do Gwen because she died, so she technically didn't get a chance. That's basically like the mindset of everyone in Gwen.
Also,
No offense to anyone here who loves Gwen the most, but still, it's like there's a bit of an aspect where she really deserved it the most because she never got that chance to be with him. Because she got
Facts.
killed.
It's funny because I do Black Cat cosplay, but I do the Spider-Man PS4 version, like the game. I don't do like the one with the fur, even though people are like, you should do that one. But I'm like, that's like, I mean, yeah, it's
With
like
the collar.
whatever. But the outfit that she wears in the game, I think would be a perfect live action look. Because like the fur and the leather is just too sexualized, I believe. And if you have
That's
like
fair.
something
Yeah.
that's like
kind of
the
her
one in the
thing
game.
though. Like she be way too sexy.
Yeah, oh yeah, that is the
Yeah.
thing. And like, obviously, you have to keep the leather because leather is her thing in her costume. And I just think if they did like a version of that in the game, they could add fur somewhere. I mean, I'm not a big fan of fur, but if they go that route, I think it would look good in the MCU or in Sony, whichever one they do.
What happened to Jesse?
I'm gonna get his stupid ass text. Man, fuck him. It's just the three of us now.
Dang, way to talk to your own friend like that.
Oh,
like-
my God. You haven't spent actually. I know him IRL. Like I know him in real life.
Oh, okay. Yeah, one of those friends.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I'm glad.
I like
That-
that.
so
Someone
I think that's,
that I want Spider-Man, which is an Aunt May movie. Fuck yeah, dude.
Interesting.
I want a movie where Peter Parker gets quick scoped and Ben Parker becomes Spider-Man. 45-year-old man swinging around with back problems, kicking ass. That sounds awesome to me, dude. That sounds
Every
fucking
Spider-Man
sick.
has back problems.
Wait,
Jacob, you look so cute.
Hold
Aw, you're
do
sus.
they have back problems? Well,
I
I'm
mean,
actually I'm just checking to make
Is that
sure.
an actual? Wait, is that an actual thing? Ben
did
Parker.
they have
doesn't-
back problems?
No, that Ben Parker becomes Spider-Man.
Actually, wait, is it?
You're lying, bro. I know for a fact.
I don't
you're
think so.
lying.
Then.
Oh my god, my friend Vulcan. I literally said the same thing. How he's such a relatable character. Like
Yeah.
growing up, you
I'll
read
look it
him.
up.
You're like, that's me. That's exactly who I
Yeah,
am.
he appealed to the masses. Like, I think one thing that and not just Spider-Man. I think this is what Marvel does way better than DC. They make their characters realistic and more
Wait.
grounded to society as a whole.
Yeah.
Wait, holy
You-
shit. Hear me out. I just looked it up. Benjamin Parker, Earth 3145, is received super spider powers when he was accompanying his nephew Peter to a science demonstration where he was bitten by a radioactive spider. He decided to use his powers to help others, despite Peter suggesting he should go into show business. But he retired out of grief after his foe, the Emerald Elf, discovered his identity, then killed his wife and Peter. Holy shit! Peter Parker is
Damn.
dead in that universe.
Yeah, I told you got quick scope. I wanted it. There's a cowboy Spider-Man.
Welcome
called
back,
Red.
Jesse. You just missed the part where we were talking about the Ben Parker as Spider-Man in one of the universes because it's apparently really dark.
I like that Kirtik, which I know is my buddy Weeb. I know damn well it's Weeb. You're right. I want more Spider-Gwen. Dude, I want a whole, like I said, I want a whole Spider-Gwen movie. I want a whole movie with Spider-Gwen and Silk teaming up to beat up Madam Web.
I think they could do that
Yeah.
with like a spin-off to Into the Spider-Verse. They could do something like that. That'd be awesome.
Honestly,
It's
they could do
two-parter, that
anything with
movie.
that. They could do a lot with the Spider-Verse because it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
much potential. But as for like the current Spider-Man as a whole, like I think what's your favorite movie what's your favorite movie version and like why, or like what's your favorite version overall? What's your favorite version of the movies? Like, and what makes them your favorite? Like for everyone here.
Like my favorite Spider-Man overall, not just movies. Like my overall,
Yeah.
I'm biased as fuck towards Peter Parker. To me, he is like the best. And then of course Miles Morales is just fantastic. And I mean, as a Puerto Rican, I get representation, dude. He's half Puerto Rican. People seem to forget that, man. Man would be speaking Spanish while clapping cheeks. I love that, dude. I love Miles. I love his powers. I love that physically he's not as strong as Peter is, but he makes up for it with his intelligence, even for him being so much younger than Peter. Like he's what? Peter's in college while Miles is a middle schooler.
I think
And
he's high
he's-
school.
Yeah.
I think he's relatively I think he's like 14, 15.
Something like that. Either he's leaving middle school going to high school, or he's like towards the end of his middle school career. But I fucking love Miles. I love his powers. I love the way that he uses it. And I love the way that like he's evened out, because like Spider-Man has, like, Peter Parker has his massive strength, but Miles has his powers, and the way that he uses it is just so unique. I love it.
Mhm.
But favorite movie verse, I'm a bitch, and I'm gonna say the MCU. And you know what? Ooh.
He's getting ready.
Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is not that good. It is very inaccurate to the comic books. Andrew Garfield was 1,000 times better as a Spider-Man. He was actually like Peter Parker from the comics.
I know you're trying to choose violence, but you know I could even take it a step further because you know I have plenty of controversial opinions.
Yeah, you said said Captain America: Civil War was bad.
Yeah, I fucking hate that
Mhm.
movie. You know I hate that
I don't know
movie.
why.
I can't imagine being that bad. I could, dude. Imagine thinking something so stupid. It couldn't be me.
No,
Fuck
I
Civil
already
War.
talked to him about this. I already like gave him crap about it. How he thinks Civil War is the worst. Like
Oh,
how?
Everyone has given me crap on this.
Do you like
You
Thor: The
haven't
Dark
given me a
World?
valid reason as to why. Is it because Spider-Man's in it? Are you
Because
a Spider-Man?
because it doesn't have the same stakes as the comic. It's like the stakes are virtually non-existent in comparison to the comics. It's like there are parts of the comics, like you can change a lot of the comics, but not the overall point, and it kind of misses the point of the comics, where it's like in the comics, it's not that Captain America is trying to prove his heroism. He is wrong in the comics. Iron Man is wrong in the comics. They're both wrong. It's just that Captain America at the end realizes he's wrong and turns himself in because to take as like taking himself like he's actually taking accountability for his own actions.
But also fucking the X-Men, the Fantastic Four. They don't have the budget for that, nor do they have the rights for that. We had to work.
They didn't have the budget, yet they told a much more compelling story that understood the point of the comics, unlike Civil War, which had the money.
But not the
Like,
rights.
All
not
they could.
the rights to the character.
Look, they don't need to bring in the X. I mean, the X-Men literally sit out of the entire Civil War because it doesn't concern them, because they've been monitored by the Sentinels for years. So it's like they don't really give a shit if there's fucking the Superhero Registration Act, because it's
See,
like
they don't care if they're Sokovian. That's bigoted, sir. People care if you're Sokovian. Can't believe it, dude. Jacob
I
has
will
a
say-
reason that you don't like Toby Spider-Man.
I was Team
But-
Iron Man when I
no,
saw the
but-
movie, but then I turned to Team Cap.
Team Cap all the way.
I'm Team
Cap was
Iron
always
Man.
correct.
Mhm.
Team Iron Man has a much more long-term plan laid out for like the actual solution
Man,
to the
fuck your
problem.
plan, dude. because of Iron Man, Aunt May got quick scoped, and because she got flick shotted by fucking Bullseye, or was it Bullseye? Who shot Aunt May?
Wait, hold on. No, I
He
think
rolled up to their place.
no.
fucked her up.
I know Kingpin hired somebody. Kingpin
I think it was
because
Bullseye. I think Bullseye had 2 kills that week. It was Captain America and then Aunt May.
wait, who
Either
killed
either way,
Captain
way.
America in prison afterwards? I forget.
Either way, because of his dumbass plan, we had to get that terrible One More Day storyline where Peter Parker had basically all the damage that was done from the Civil War was undone because of a wish because of Mephisto.
Well, yeah,
Peter-
but I mean,
Peter
okay. Well, the
actually
damage
is
wasn't.
like
I don't think the damage
everyone
was
else,
undone.
As opposed to Andrew, who just is cool to be cool, the one popular kid. He's too perfect, you know. No. See, Peter Parker was still outcasted. While yes, he was the cool kid, but that's how he acted in the comics. The whole thing is that original Peter Parker, he was the kind of
Damn,
character
Al,
that
you're
would be a bully
betraying.
if he had the ability to be a bully. That was him. That's what he would do. But he never acted out because he never had those powers. And as soon as he got his spider powers, he really did start to act up and be a dick. It wasn't until Uncle Ben died when he really took a step back and realized I need to not be such an asshole, and I really need to like help people. Like if you do a comparison, if you read the original run of the comics from the 60s and compare them to
Zemo.
Andrew Garfield, they're basically the same.
Yeah, I kind of feel overall with, I mean, in terms of Spider-Man movies. So you already know my opinion,
Fucking dude.
Jacob. I think Spider-Man 2 is in my bottom 3 for Spider-Man.
It's
movies.
the best Spider-Man
What?
movie.
I don't get, like, it's not bad. Like, I used to hate it.
Octopus has one of the best character arcs in
He
cinema.
carried the entire movie. The entirety of Peter and MJ was cringe in that whole movie, which was supposed to be serious.
Dude.
But, like,
Next time you're going to tell me that X-Men 2 was a bad movie, because that's the level of bullshit they're spewing
X2?
out right now.
X2 X-Men United was pretty good. I don't have a problem with X2.
Comic accurate does not equal a better Spider-Man. It does when you try to represent the character of Spider-Man.
Like,
It was
comic
way more
accurate.
compelling.
Comic accurate depends on, like, so for me, my perspective on I don't really like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, but it's not to say that he still, like, Andrew Garfield as an actor still did a really good job for what he was
He was
given.
given a bad script.
Yeah, he was given a bad script, and as an actor, he's actually really good.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't really like his Peter Parker just because I felt it was a little bit too. I felt he was a little too angsty. Like, I get Peter is kind of angsty in the comics.
Do you know
at
why
times.
they made him super angsty?
Why?
Because a year before that movie came out, The Dark Knight happened. A couple years
Oh,
ago,
yeah,
The Dark
that's
Knight
true.
happened.
I
And
think it
because
was
that movie
the
made
same
so
year.
much money, Sony was like, hey, people want a more realistic Spider-Man, a more dark and serious Spider-Man. That's why they made the Spider-Man movie seem so dark and try to be so realistic as opposed to the fun comedic tones. While yes, the movies were worse than the original
Yeah.
trilogy, the Tobey Maguire trilogy, or the MCU variation. The Spider-Man that he played was a fantastic Spider-Man. And I will die on that hill. Because I always, for the longest time, I hated Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield. Went back and rewatched the movies like a month ago to get ready for fucking
No way.
No
No
Way
Way
Home.
Home. And I
Spider-Man
loved
No Way
them.
Home.
They were
Spider-Man No
not
Way
that bad. Go
Yeah.
back and
Oh,
rewatch
okay.
them.
I mean, Amazing Spider. Okay, so those two movies are in the bottom of my list, but I think so. When I said Spider-Man 2,
Spider-Man
it's
2.
my bottom 3. It's like, look, it's all right. I used to hate that movie as a kid. Now I don't mind it as much. but like I didn't find Peter and MJ to be quite as engaging in that movie.
I
compared
No,
think
to,
that
you're,
MJ
like-
you're wrong.
sucked.
They're just very
Amazing
cringe in that
Spider-Man.
trilogy.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. And like Spider-Man 2, I felt was trying to be a lot more serious than like the other two movies. Where the other two movies, I could forgive a lot of the cringiness in the scenes because it wasn't trying to be as serious. Like Spider-Man 3 was intentionally supposed to just be cringy.
No,
Like-
it wasn't.
Oh,
You're
that
trying to make
entire
a grounded,
that fucking
realistic
dance.
story about Sandman. The
Fully
studio forced him to
Maguire,
put Venom in, and because he didn't want to do it, and they forced him to also bring back Green Goblin, which was Harry Osborn.
Bro,
He's
have
like,
you
dude,
seen,
fuck it, this movie
have you
is going to
seen
be
the
ass.
interview? Have you seen the interviews the cast had like years later about that movie and about doing that whole thing, about doing Spider-Man 3? They were having a fucking amazing time, especially the Bully Maguire stuff. Toby was having the time of his
Oh,
life.
Bully
doing that
Maguire
shit.
is the best part of the. That was the best
Sam
part. Of the
Raimi-
Oh
movie.
yeah, facts.
Can you
Sam
agree
Raimi
that
was
Lizard
ready
sucks,
to,
though? You know
Sam
what?
Raimi was like ready to fucking intervene in half those scenes because Toby was just getting way too into everything. Like the dancing, Toby was just getting way too good.
I
Like way too
loved
into it.
that. Dude, have you
And
ever actually
that's-
watched the
that's
video
what makes it
of
great.
them doing the dance, but it's without the music?
No, I've never seen it.
It is
Okay,
one
I
of the
did a-
funniest things I've ever witnessed. It is
I have to like write
fucking
it down. I have to
hilarious.
look it up.
I
Oh my God.
actually, I mean, I did a whole I made several TikTok videos of the dance, but put it in different with different music, and it just works for every song. It's crazy.
Yeah, just look
But
up when you get the chance.
yeah, it
look
does.
up, just look up Spider-Man 3 dancing, no music. It's so funny because like they dubbed it over, so while he's thrusting, he just goes. What the fuck?
got it.
Can you agree the lizard sucked though? You know what?
I mean, I don't think it was that bad.
I thought his
For-
plan towards the end made no sense. Like, hey, he regrew his arm. Fuck it, let's turn all of New York into lizard.
I mean, I think that was kind of funny. But
It was-
Jesse,
it
are
was
you good?
cringy
Are
as
you good,
fuck,
Jesse?
But I actually really like the actor who played Lizard, Dr. Kurt Connors.
Yeah.
The guy who played him.
Yeah.
Fantastically done.
Yeah,
Jesse, you have
Jesse,
yet
are
to-
you good?
Would you like to talk, little baby boy?
I don't know if you can. Can you say anything? Just try to say something, Jesse.
Can you guys even hear me?
Now we can.
Now we can
Yeah.
hear you.
Hello?
Yes,
Hi.
we can hear you.
Hello? Can
Oh,
you hear
he
me?
is the fucking worst.
Can you hear us, Jesse?
It keeps
Jesse, can you
disconnecting
hear us?
randomly. I restarted my entire laptop because it wasn't restarting normally, so I had hard.
All right, so you probably will get
I'm
cut
using
off
my
again
phone.
from your connection. So just lightning round for you.
Yes,
who's
I
your
can hear you.
favorite? Who's your favorite Spider-Man from the movies?
Great answer, Jesse. Proud to have you on.
God damn it! I was trying to get that.
I know you were trying.
All
Oh,
right,
there he is. Freeze
Jesse,
frame. Oh, I love
who's your
that.
favorite
242.
Who's your favorite Spider-Man from the movies and why? Give us a reason.
If you
Because we're
can
trying to do a lightning
not
round
hear
right
me,
now because
thank
you're
you.
probably going to get disconnected. I can hear you.
Why is he freeze frame with his finger up? Jesse's struggling, yo.
Oh my god.
Dude, why keep giving that fucking Willem Dafoe look like he's about to destroy? Oh,
If you can hear me, it's Tobey
oh,
Maguire. Original Spider-Mans were, to me, they were the most motivating.
articulate. Dude, stop giving me the Willem Dafoe look, you psycho.
Don't worry, I'm going to screenshot this shit.
Dude, look at how he's looking with the side
Right.
profile.
I just screenshot
If you
it.
can hear me, know that this is making.
He looks like Jack Blackett from Kmart.
Oh,
Back
God.
Street.
But Stefania, who's your favorite Spider-Man from the movies?
It's actually Toby.
Nice.
I like Toby because I grew up with him. It's nostalgic,
that.
and I also
All I
just
heard was
really
he looks like Jack Black.
Oh, she's right.
and I found him to be like the nerdiest of the Spider-Mans. He was like a real geek. So you felt like that outcast vibe from him in those movies, but I really do. I actually haven't seen Amazing Spider-Man until last year. So I saw it for the first time last year, and my favorite of those two is the second one.
Thank you. The second one
I-
wasn't even that bad.
Yeah.
don't know
I
about
actually,
that one. That's right.
after watching those movies, I really enjoyed Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. I thought that he had a better representation of him than Toby, but I still really like Toby. Just it's that nostalgic feeling of growing up with him and seeing him as Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's totally understandable.
I can't believe out of the four of us, no one decided to choose the one that they had in Japan in the 1970s, where
Oh
he whipped out a
yeah.
fucking Uzi. Why did we not talk about it? He whipped out a fucking Uzi on them.
Honestly, I regret not even putting that in the thumbnail. Like that Spider-Man should have gone in
Jacob,
the
would your
thumbnail.
superhero name be Mr. Sister Fister? Why would my VR chat name be my superhero name? It would be Granny Gumjobs. Well, no denture adventure. Or I would do the. You guys ever seen South Park?
I've seen part of it.
I have not.
I'm more into Family Guy.
There's a character in that show that has superpowers. His name is Captain Hindsight. He would show up at a location and he would say, like, here's how you avoid the problems. Okay, I'm off. And he flies away and they're like, thank you, Captain Hindsight. That's funny.
Interesting.
That'd be
So
cool.
anyway, I think we got all three of you. I think with your favorite. So my favorite would have to be Tom Holland. Like
Mid.
I respect. Mitch, your favorite is you said your favorite is Tom.
Yeah, but just you're mid.
Oh, shut the fuck up. You like you fucking. I don't even know where to start.
I fucking what, huh? Huh? I fucking what?
You
Go
think
back
Amazing
to
Spider-Man
Holland
2 is
and
good?
on my face,
Amazing
you know?
Spider-Man 2, I fucking hate that movie. Like, that's the one Spider-Man movie I don't like. Like, the others are, like, Amazing Spider-Man 1 is okay, I can get that. But you're over here, like, telling me, like, oh, I'm mid. Like, bitch, don't tell me I'm mid.
You
And
said,
tell me my
you
opinions
said
are mid. You have
Spider-Man
mid
is a bad
opinions.
movie. You truly believe that Spider-Man 3 is better than Spider-Man 2.
Yes.
What?
Johnsky,
Yes, I
you
genuinely
have
believe it.
COVID because
Oh.
you ain't got no fucking taste right now, my guy. What the fuck?
Motherfucker, no, I'm the only one here with taste. Because Spider-Man 3 was actually fucking awesome. Like, from a storytelling perspective, it had a much better plot than the fucking Spider-Man 2.
Oh, yes, because I love watching the guy from that 70s show talk about, I want to kill
Bitch, Dr.
Spider-Man."
Octopus carried the entirety of Spider-Man 2. I keep telling you. Like,
No.
that was so. Yes.
First off,
So,
pizza time. Yeah, where's your pizza time from Spider-Man
Pizza
3?
time.
Nowhere.
Mhm.
Spider-Man 3 is objectively the worst one.
What do you mean, objectively the worst one? It's not objectively the worst one. You're full of shit right there saying that. The worst one, I mean, other than the Japan one and Amazing Spider-Man 2, it's really hard to give, like, the worst one. It's like, most of them are fucking great.
I don't want to be your co-host anymore. I
Well,
want
you never want
who have good takes and don't think Spider-Man 2 is a bottom 3 movie. Are you kidding me?
That's
No
the
way.
least offensive opinion I have about, like, in terms of all the fandom. It's like, you know I have far worse
There
opinions.
are opinions and there's objective truths. Objectively, Spider-Man 2 is one of the best superhero movies of all time. Objectively, Empire Strikes Back is one of the best movies of all time. And the
Okay,
best-
like,
one of the
yeah,
best
that's
movies.
true.
Objectively, you have bad takes. What?
So what's your top 3 then?
My top 3 would have to be
Stupid
Spider-Man
shit,
No
like-
Way Home, Spider-Man No Way Home, Spider-Man Far From Home, and Spider-Verse.
Okay. Spider-Man No Way
I-
Home, yes. Was fantastic.
Yeah.
Spider-Verse is definitely up there for me too.
Look, I love Spider-Verse. I love Spider-Man.
But
Far From
Spider-Man
Home.
2 would not be at the bottom for me.
Look,
I love
You
that
have,
one.
you have decency. You're a normal human being. Not whatever the fuck this alien-looking dude is.
It's funny because,
you
like,
knew I
Spider-Man
was-
2
You knew I wasn't normal the moment I told you I use light mode on Discord. It's like
Well,
what
that
did you
is
expect?
disgusting. That is not on the level of Spider-Man 2 is the bottom 3 movie. Spider-Man 3 is a better movie and it's way more badass.
It's funny because, like, I found the sequels to, like, the Sam Raimi trilogy and then the Amazing Spider-Man to be kind of better than the first. Because I enjoyed Spider-Man 2 probably the most out of the 3. Like I said, Dr. Octopus was, like, fantastic in that movie.
That's wrong. Damn, she's
But-
tell me I'm wrong.
But I
Yes.
really enjoyed in Spider-Man 1 Willem Dafoe's performance. She's
Yeah.
just like an iconic goblin.
Spider-Man.
Like,
But I
agree with
enjoyed The
that.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 over the first one in Andrew's movies.
We're so proud of you, Jacob. Remember what's one of your favorites. Shut the fuck up, Weave.
And then No Way Home would be my favorite out of the Tom Holland ones.
It was the best one. Like objectively, take out.
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming we've all seen it. I know Jesse saw it with me opening night.
Mhm.
I'm assuming this is your one chance to dip from the live for like 5 minutes. If you haven't seen it, so I'm gonna give you 5 seconds.
Yeah, like everyone here hasn't seen it, although I'm pretty sure most people have because I've seen it. We've all seen it.
Mhm.
I feel like
I
it's
think-
been out long enough where we can talk about
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think,
dude.
Yeah,
Willem Dafoe still got that skill, dude.
Oh,
yeah, that
Still
fantastic.
got
amazing.
that skill. My God, he was a good
Fantastic.
actor.
And I think
Huh.
I kind of want to tie this into one of the points I think with what makes for a perfect Spider-Man, his rogues, his villains, like the people he has to face. Like you
Mhm.
see how engaging they are. Like as I said, like I don't find Peter and MJ's dynamic in Spider-Man 2 to be all that engaging. But what I do enjoy that I think was what carried the movie was Doc Ock because Alfred Molina just does a magnificent job at Doc Ock. I think with Tobey Maguire, I think like I still greatly respect him as Spider-Man because he is a classic, he's iconic, he's what a lot of people envision as Spider-Man. And he has phenomenal villains who are just memorable. I mean, yeah, Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin, Alfred Molina as Doc Ock, and hell, like I think whatever his face is for Sandman, I thought was pretty interesting. And like seeing him in No Way Home, it was actually a little bit intriguing. Like hearing him, like how he is, like because like you hear him, he's not necessarily as evil as like the rest of them because he's trying to help his daughter. He's
Like it clearly takes place post the events of Spider-Man 3, but he kind of made no sense to be there, to be honest.
I mean, well,
Like-
they had to bring in someone, and they didn't want to
Well,
bring
they
in Venom.
didn't even bring in him. He was just CGI.
Oh yeah,
Well,
and it wasn't
well, no, they brought him
even
in at the
Sinister
end.
Six. It was 5 of them. It wasn't even
Yeah.
6 of them.
Sinister 5. The other one
Yeah.
was Peter's consciousness with him being a little bitch. But that movie was fucking fire, dude.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I
I
think
will
he did
say,
Electro right. I love that when he was getting the power up, you got to see the Electro mask. For a
Oh
second.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I caught that. I was like, yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Yeah,
and the
it's
Spidey
making
senses when Peter was in the
Oh, yeah, Astral
astral
Dimension?
plane. Yeah.
I also
That Spidey
like
sense you saw was fantastic.
I also
Glad
like
Steph and I
the,
got festive for this occasion
Yeah.
this week. We knew it.
I actually made this shirt.
Wait.
There we go.
I don't-
Oh yeah,
Made
of
that.
course you made it.
I don't have any
Nice.
Spider-Man gear. I'm too fat for it, so I wore a Naruto shirt.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
I will say though, in No Way Home, that was
see
probably
it.
one of Tom Holland's best performances
Yeah.
that I've seen. He was
Absolutely.
fantastic in it. You
I
you
think-
felt
yeah.
that rage at the end. You really
When-
felt that
Oh, yeah.
rage from him.
When for me, the fact that I got to see the fact that they killed Aunt May, that came as a shock.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Someone
no.
spoiled that in my comments on my TikTok.
Wait,
actually.
somebody actually. Holy crap!
Yeah.
And you got like the earliest showing possible.
Yeah, they spoiled it like a few days before, I think, or like the day before.
Wow.
And I thought it was fake because a lot of people were doing like fake spoilers.
Oh.
But I deleted it right
Oh,
away.
I actually did. Okay,
It was
I did a
true.
couple of things in a bunch of the Discord servers I'm in where I just like casually like threatened to spoil No Way Home unless they paid me shit on shit on Venmo, like
no.
just to get what like
So
I
you,
just
so you went the Green Goblin route. You chose Insanity. You chose the dark John Cena.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fucked up.
The
I-
funny thing
I
is,
didn't
I
have
didn't
any-
even know. I didn't even have any info. Like I just
I
claimed
didn't have any spoilers for me. All I ever saw was the leaks, and I stayed away from the leaks.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't able to see the movie on opening day. I had to wait till that Saturday. And the only thing, I swear to God, the only thing that I was truly like worried about was if Andrew and Tom, or if Andrew and Toby were in the movie. That was
Yeah.
the only time I truly went on
Yeah.
Twitter and I saw that spoiler and I saw all three of them. I was like, I don't need to
Oh.
see any more. I'm gonna fucking go and watch it. And it was an
I was
experience.
skeptical about all those leaks and everything. Like I'm like, look, they look convincing, but it's still shady. The fact, like the nature of them is shady. So it's like I do not believe it until I see it, and especially because at the time I had a $50 bet that they were not going to be in the movie because at the time when I made
Yeah.
the bet, there was no indication, just like dumb claims, and you were just a fucking moron to assert that because there was absolutely no evidence whatsoever. Sure enough, I was wrong, so I had to pay him back, but I pay him back $1 a day on Venmo.
Oh my god.
I was gonna do pennies if I got the chance to, but he wouldn't give me his address. Like
That would have been the worst.
Now I know not to give you my address.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know not to bet with me because I'll pay it back in pennies.
And you'll actually know to bet with you because we'll just win.
You'll win, but you'll only get pennies.
You bet like Tsunade from Naruto. You're always wrong. Always.
No, I'm not always wrong.
Someone said that they're surprised that the Andrew leak was real. I
Yeah.
remember that picture where he was sitting on the railing got
They
leaked.
brought
He
it
had
up
blue
on
screen in
the
back.
Jimmy Fallon show.
Oh, they did?
Saying, like, yeah, Jimmy
Oh,
Fallon
yeah,
did ask. He brought up the picture and he's like, oh, that's just a fake one. And then he pulled out the actual, like, a physical copy of it and he goes, you tell me that that's fake. You tell me where it's doctored. He kept looking at it. He goes, it's not real. It's not real. That man lied through his teeth.
Oh yeah, that
Holy-
man should get an Oscar just for lying for the past
yeah.
2 years.
Acting out
Look,
the
to
whole-
our point, like Andrew Garfield as an actor is phenomenal because he just played that shit off, like his poker face and everything, just like there is not a single look of suspicion on his face. He's just like, yeah, that's fake.
It's funny because they snuck into theaters to go see the movie with
Yeah.
fans. They
Yeah, I
they
saw
didn't go
that.
to the premiere. They snuck into a theater.
Did they actually?
Yeah, they went. Wait, I don't know if it was at the premiere or maybe it was after or whatever. But them two and the director, they snuck into a theater and watched the movie.
Imagine sitting down and you look to your fucking right and you see Andrew Garfield,
yeah.
Garfield,
I
and
think
Tobey
there was a
Maguire, and the
meme.
director, and they're just and you look at them and you're like, "What's up?" Go back to the movie. Wait, what the fuck?
They must have been sitting all
I
the way
think
in
I
the
saw
back,
like there was
probably.
a meme I thought I saw when I think I posted a meme on it. It's like of them. It was I fucking forget the meme, and I can't find it anywhere on my phone because I have so many fucking photos ever since.
Simp.
Yeah, I'm not looking. Shut the fuck, bitch! You fucking simp for Joseph Joestar. I know you got.
He's not real. He's real in my
You're
heart.
not real. None of us are real, motherfucker.
Hey, yo, what kind of Azazoth level bullshit was that? We're all just in the dream of a fucking Cthulhu, fucking Lovecraftian monster. That's fucked up.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay. Well,
Anyway,
there we go.
I think what really helps is that
All right, thank you
No
for
Way
stopping
Home
by, Weeb.
did a really good job at like even silencing the critics of Tom Holland Spider-Man because like I love Tom Holland. I loved him long before No Way Home came out. I was defending him. Like I loved Far From Home. Everyone hates on Far From Home for no fucking reason. I don't get it because that movie is so good. I showed it to my dad like 2 months ago because he needed to go see No Way Home and he'd never watched Far From Home before until then. And he loved it. Like he had the same thing in mind. Like it was just so good. It's so funny. It's cheerful. I love that aspect of Tom Holland where he's joyful. Like he's a bit of a chatterbox and everything. Like I think like he captures the spirit of Spider-Man, like in his charisma that you get from the comics, where he's just like even looking at the narration boxes, like you can just imagine him actually talking to himself in that. Because that's just who he is. Like it's not just a narration. He's genuinely just speaking to himself because he's got no one to talk to. That's his whole life. Like he's alone on this whole thing. Like sure, he's got MJ, but on duty he's by himself, and it's a secret. So he's got really no support.
I think one of the most powerful sequences in that movie was after Aunt May gets her shit pushed in. She fucking big dead. When he's standing out there in the rain and he's looking at a projection of J. Jonah Jameson, the
That was
rain hitting him,
fantastic.
and he's sitting there like living with the consequences of his actions and like the way, and like he has to like accept the fact that this wouldn't have happened if he just listened to Doctor Strange. But I think that's what makes Tom Holland such a good Spider-Man, because like Spider-Man fucks up a lot in the comics. He's not a perfect hero at all. He makes constant mistakes, and we see him live with those mistakes. We see him in the panels and how he reacts to situations. To see a physical representation of that on screen with him looking in the rain and looking at that screen and realizing his Aunt May was dead. Dude, I was sitting, I'm like, dude, this is a beautiful sequence. They know what the fuck they're doing.
Especially because like so I don't know if either of you guys have seen any of the videos I made back in December when that one guy Lex Reviews kept talking shit about Tom Holland. Like, cause I stitched it.
I feel like his personality was just shitting on Tom Holland.
His personality is just being shit in general. Like he always has to. I mean, like I don't get Lex Reviews because like he kind of just like he's always. it's like it's one thing to be controversial, but to like talk a lot and but not actually say much is kind of the whole thing with that guy. It's like he's just like he'll say something but not actually give any reasoning that, or like his opinion. He doesn't actually mean what he says, or he's just trying to stir people. It's that's my like I do not like that guy at all. That's just, I'll just get that.
You
out
have a
the
lot
way.
of people like that on TikTok. There's so many people that are like that. That'll just like say I hate this character and then won't give a
Jesse.
reason as to why.
Like, I mean, yeah, even giving a reason, it's like some of like, I think like, as I said, when I say hated Civil War, I genuinely hate it, and I have reasons. Like, I don't like how the stakes were not really there the same way they were in the comics, because as a like that, like these are like, yeah, it's a controversial opinion, but I genuinely do not like Civil War at all.
I still
And I
can't
know this
believe
guy-
that.
Oh, everyone gets mad at me when I say that. It's like
I don't want to be here.
I don't
anymore.
know.
I'm
But
not.
you know you're gonna get banned on TikTok Live if you go back on there, so you might as well stay. This is where you won't get banned, because if you fuck up, I get punished for it, because this is my account. This is my
You
YouTube
already
channel.
fucked up. You're saying a Civil War is a bad movie.
I fucking hate that movie. You know I hate that movie. You've known for like a good month at least. And I don't like hide it. I don't hide it at all.
Team Zemo.
Hashtag Team Zemo. Hey, yo, let's be real here, dude. Zemo made a great point in that movie. Like, did you guys actually? You guys ever actually sat there and thought about like his whole message?
Yeah.
He had a
They
point.
really
It's just that he didn't do
we
much.
always think like, hey, the battle was badass. It's awesome, but then all the people that died because of their bullshit
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure like no one actually died in that movie. That's the problem.
in Civil War.
Well, other than like Lagos, but that's like whatever you call that. That's literally the only time somebody died.
Well, Zemo's
And
reasoning
Peggy,
was
but-
his family dying in Sokovia. That was his home.
well, yeah.
So that was Age of Ultron. And then Quicksilver.
But I
died.
mean, like for my like, I don't.
People
He's
dying
kind
in
of he doesn't really
movies.
do
Did
much
you not-
until.
Did you not watch? Did you not watch Captain America? The first Avenger. The guy who made the serum died.
Mhm.
All the Nazis that were in the Holocaust camps, because it was during World War II, they died. There's a lot of people that died during World War II, and all of them died in the movie. So, fuck you.
I mean, Bucky's still alive, and like basically every main character in there, and every Avenger and everyone was still alive. Look, I don't get the stakes. Just didn't real. I didn't get the stake. I got a private jet. Who sent a private jet?
I get it. You're a vegetarian.
Jesse,
You don't get the stakes.
But Zemo did have a point because
Well, he had a point. It's just I just think I don't think he was incorporated enough in the movie. Like there was kind of too much of the Accords going on where it was too distracting. Like from, are you good, Jesse? Are you good?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
The amount of unyielding, unfederated rage I feel towards this app right now
Shut
on
up,
my
Jesse.
phone.
Hey, Jesse, this stupid ass right here said that Spider-Man 2 is a bad movie.
I never said it was a bad movie. I said it was my bottom 3.
That's basically
For Spider-Man.
Basically, bad movie.
It's all right. It's an all right movie. The only one I think was genuinely bad was Amazing Spider-Man.
Took off his
2.
glasses.
And he can't see without his glasses. He can't see without bullshit you just said.
I'm willing to fight. I can fight.
I don't have gloves, but
I do. I actually have my gloves in one of my closets.
Oh, yes. God forbid you lift more than 5 pounds like your bones giving out. Ew. Only true men, first off, true muscular men enjoy Spider-Man 2. Only betas don't.
all right, really quick.
Like
Only
a beta.
betas
We were
say
talking
shit
about
like
something
that.
earlier that I really wanted to
Just
just
making
say
fun of
something
you.
about, but
Okay,
I couldn't
go for it.
say anything about because I wasn't working.
Go for it.
We all have to agree that all of the 3 different Spider-Man have their faults. Because
Definitely.
no matter how good they are, you have to remember 3 things. Here's
You'll
how
never surpass
3
the
different
Japanese
people.
Spider-Man with an Uzi.
No, here's how 3 different people got their powers. The original trilogy. Man fell into a particle collider somehow. How do you just fall into a particle collider?
Well, he
How do
wasn't
you
paying attention.
Find a particle collider to fall into.
I
Okay,
mean,
that's
that'll
one.
do it. It'll
Mike,
do it.
that'll do it. I
The
will say
second
one
one.
of the dumbest lines ever. Somebody landed a
How-
particle collider. It's a bird. It'll fly away. Fuck you. Go out there and check right now.
The
I
The
know,
particle
second one-
I
collider
know.
has something
Second
in
one.
it.
The
Yes.
second one I have to talk about. I fell into a vat of eels and it got my power. Excuse me?
That'll
You fell
do it.
into a vat of eels.
Gotta be careful where you step.
And it also fixed his teeth.
Yeah, it fixed the gap in his
Did.
teeth and it fixed his comb over.
And I want to point out,
Well, it didn't really
We
fix
don't
it. It just
kn-
shaved his head.
and I want to point this out to everybody who doesn't understand this controversy. And the third one, in the new one with Tom Holland, we now know Oscorp doesn't exist, Norman Osborn doesn't exist, his house and all that stuff, his family, none of it. How did Spider-Man get his powers? I genuinely feel if they are going by the rule of three, the spider fell into a vat of radioactive waste, then bit Tobey Maguire, and then he stomped it. Or Tom Holland, and then he stomped on the spider. That's how he got his powers.
Mhm.
They are going by the rule of three. I swear that's probably how he's going to get his powers.
I like to think that it was more like a situation with like the TMNT, or like a spider was just walking around and an ooze dripped on him.
No,
Like a
you
radioactive
called
spider.
me. You called me while I was busy. While I was
Yeah, I
like,
was talking. This is who I was driving with.
Yeah,
This
that's,
is-
I know.
this is
It's just like I was saying. It's like what I was saying was that my theory is that General Ross was behind all of it because, like, you look at like the context of it, like after Incredible Hulk, like sometime like right before the Avengers or whatever time, he goes into he gets a heart attack. He's in a coma for up until like shortly before Civil War, and Spider-Man gets his powers sometime shortly before Civil War. What if when General Ross woke up, he started back up that whole program with the Hulk because like the gamma radiation thing was entirely like Ross was behind that. Ross was behind Abomination. What if Ross had something to do with the radioactive spiders because radiation, like obviously naturally he might have a tie there, and as a result, like there was a spider got out and bit Peter, and General Ross is the one, who is responsible for the superpowers.
That might be a bit too extreme.
Did you
Well,
make
well,
sure
when you think about
did you
it-
make sure to stretch before you reach that hard? You fucking acting like Luffy right now.
We were talking about this, and
And I
agreed
told
with
you
me
that
at the
makes
time.
no sense. He is a
Yeah.
child. Why is a child going to go to a fucking government facility?
No. It would be sometime before Civil War. It would be sometime
You
before
still
Civil
don't
War.
go to a government facility on a
Yeah.
fucking field trip. At no point when I was growing up, I was
It's
like,
General
hey,
Ross.
At no point am I
General
supposed to
Ross
say,
would
hey,
do that.
let's
No.
go to
General
a
Ross
military
would do something
base.
stupid.
Mm-mm.
Okay, but like, what is there to say that a radioactive spider can't escape and then leave the military base and then go and kill and bite Peter?
Yeah, because the
What's to
spider
say-
traveled that far from a military base all the way to New York City.
There's this.
Just to bite
New York
one
is full
kid
of
and then die.
sewers.
Yeah,
You can go through the sewers. The New York is full of
that
sewers.
spider would have
You
been
can-
dead by the
Spider
time.
that went through the sewers to go find Peter. Dude, you are acting
No.
like Luffy right now. Gum
But
stretching for that.
How
bullshit.
the fuck did a spider get into that sewer with Miles Morales back in Spider-Verse? It's like, bitch,
Because of an interdimensional super collider number.
how do you survive that shit? How would he survive that shit?
We don't know.
But it's a
We watched
spider.
the man get bit. We watched it die. He went.
Yeah, but like if it dies that quickly, it's like how the fuck is it even gonna get through the fucking interdimension?
Spiders don't
Oh
have
my
high
God.
durability.
Yeah, then how did it travel through parallel universes? That would
Getting
take a
transferred
lot.
from a dimension, from one dimension to another, is not the same as a smack.
That shit hurt. You would see that in the movie that Peter Parker in Miles's universe was fucking deteriorating because of that shit. And you're telling me that can't happen to a spider? The spider would
That
probably
happened.
deteriorate.
Okay, but the difference is that happened over time. When they initially went into the world, they didn't have that original issue.
Okay.
They bounced around a bit, but they were encased in a protective, let's just say, layer that pretty much bounced them around everywhere until they landed somewhere
have
and they were
layers.
saved.
But what's to
When they
suggest
were
that
there,
the
boom.
layers or the duration of time it took wasn't solely because bigger and more durable, and therefore he can withstand it for a little bit longer than a spider, where a spider would just be destroyed immediately and wither away.
But you have to remember, the spider came into play before the particle collider got fully activated properly, which brought the actual Spider people there, because that was before the Spider-Man Peter Parker for that universe got fucking Hulk smashed.
That's true. But still, it's like I mean, it's crazy to think that like even that a spider can make it through the entire parallel universe. Like I don't. I mean, Osborn said Oscorp doesn't exist in the MCU, so I don't know what the fuck it is. But that's simply my theory is General Ross. For some reason he could.
Sucks.
I mean, that's like the most logical explanation.
No,
you
want the logical explanation? You suck at theories.
I can give you a pretty
Propose
logical.
something
You sound like Matt Pat trying to come up with a new game theory for FNAF.
I can give you a theory.
They're actually entertaining though.
Game theory.
They're entertaining. Like his theories are at least entertaining, I'd say.
Should Osborn and the MCU have been private broke and not have his public information online and doesn't live in the same building as Raimi's Osborn? Well, there's no mention of Oscorp at all.
Since Loki happened and the multiverse got opened and we know about Kang the Conqueror and the progression of time, we don't know if the MCU is going to follow the pattern with Kang the Conqueror wanting to stop Spider-Man because, well, not Kang the Conqueror would want to help Spider-Man because Mephisto wants to get rid of Spider-Man. The reason Mephisto wants to get rid of Spider-Man is because Spider-Man's daughter or granddaughter or whatever the hell it is eventually takes on Mephisto in the future in the comics. That's why he wants to, at all cost, get rid of Spider-Man specifically because fuck that guy. What if Kang the Conqueror, since the timeline is now open, one of the variations of Kang the Conqueror took the spider from a different timeline and brought it to the timeline where it was most likely to help him in the future by getting that specific variation of Spider-Man?
Interesting.
Because that is a more sound theory. Because Kang the Conqueror.
Well, that's just making stuff up. That doesn't. Well, okay. I mean, it's like one thing for like I'm actually making a theory based on what we already have like confirmed in the MCU and everything. Like General Ross is there. There is a context of we do have context of where he's been for the like years between Incredible Hulk and Civil War because he had a heart attack. But as I said, he woke up shortly before Civil War. So it's possible he started that program up again, and there could be something going on. Like, who knows how private it was.
With his dog shit take.
No, but he's a kid. He's literally a kid. That's illegal. That's illegal.
Okay, I mean it's New York. It's a pretty busy area. You're gonna and
that's still illegal.
I know, I wouldn't be surprised if General Ross would just walk around in the middle of public with a jar of radioactive spiders in his hand, just casually trying not to spill them over, and then he does because it's General Ross. He's a fucking moron in the comics. Like, I'll be clear, I fucking hate General Ross.
It's more likely that this kid went to a science place and they were testing radioactive spiders, whatever, and he got into one, or one fell and bit him. That's more likely than that. Because that's what happened in the other movies.
Yeah. But, without Oscorp, it's... without Oscorp, that kind of takes away... because it was run by Oscorp.
So, what the MCU could do... I mean... With the MCU, they don't have Oscorp in it because they don't. And also Sony owns Spider-Man 2, so they have a say in what the MCU can have as well. But that doesn't mean that it didn't happen at another company. We just don't know that story because we already heard that story many times. Yeah. So we're most likely not going to hear about it again. Maybe there'll be a mention, who knows. But everyone knows the story. That's why they didn't do it in the movies.
Yeah.
It was a waste.
My thing that I said was
plot lines, dude. How many times can I watch big fucking Ben Parker get quick scoped before I get bored?
Yeah, I told you get what you ask for, and that's why Aunt May had to go.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't want to see Uncle Ben die again. I'm glad I don't see Uncle Ben die again. Well, guess what? You don't get Uncle Ben.
Someone has to die with great power comes great responsibility. Why'd it have to be the hot aunt?
The aunt from My Cousin Vinny. I remember she was in that movie.
She was.
The aunt, not the girlfriend.
Didn't I send you a photo showing that she was somebody else that we knew? From old
General Ross is basically Colonel Klink from Hogan's Heroes. First.
What the fuck is Hogan's Heroes?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is either.
I'm old, but I'm not that old.
I think I
Uh,
sent it on.
Final episode date is April 4th, 1971. Yikes, that is old. How old is?
Interesting.
Yeah, not even. I mean, Brady Bunch is slightly young, is about the same age, but yeah, I don't know that. I don't know what that is.
I
I'm
wanted
pretty sure my
to.
parents would kill me for not knowing that.
I wanted to mention, you know how in No Way Home we talked about like the scene where he's like watching Jay Jonah talk, it's in the rain. The posters for this movie, the best poster to come out for this movie was that one where he's standing in the rain. Like, and I think that was released somewhere in Europe or whatever. It was like or in Russia. I think it was Russia. That poster
Russia got a
released.
cool poster.
I think it was Russia that got that poster, and then we got these like photoshopped, like high school photoshopped looking posters. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, I think there was one good one that looked better than the others that came out like last, and then we saw this one, and they're like, "Why didn't you guys just release this one in the U.S. or like everywhere in the first place? It like is the best poster ever for this movie." That's another thing with their marketing. Sometimes
Yeah,
they won't be like that.
Sony will be Sony. I feel like they should. I feel like they just should have never given us a trailer anyway to keep us guessing.
No, you need a trailer for a movie. Otherwise,
You need a trailer, but like for Spider-Man, people are going to watch it no matter what.
You know what they needed to do is they needed to have a lockdown set like they did for Infinity War and Endgame. We ain't had no shit spoiled because of in those movies.
Yeah, that's
Imagine the surprise on your face and the feelings you would have had if you didn't know Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield were going to be in that movie.
Oh, I didn't.
You
I
watched
saw
that
it
shit
there
live.
Time out though. You got to remember, we actually did get a somewhat of a spoiler for Infinity War.
I remember there being a spoiler. Yeah.
Because remember, the world's biggest mouth in the MCU.
Okay, I feel like he kind of that was just an understatement. Like he didn't actually quite mean it or something. That's like he was just kind of be like, "Oh, everyone dies here," just to fuck.
He
with
didn't.
everyone.
He didn't say that, but we all
Okay,
know that that's what he was saying.
What spoiled it was Don Cheadle
Yes.
giving him a look. That way
Yeah.
you know that it actually happened.
Yeah.
Is what
Yeah.
It's the reaction that spoils it,
Yeah,
not the original words.
beforehand, it's simply Mark Ruffalo saying some dumb shit for the sake, like he's just saying whatever he can think of in the top of his head. Like that's all you really.
Everyone
think it
says
is.
that. Everyone
Like,
says that though.
everyone
Like,
dies.
everyone dies. How's the movie? Everyone dies. Everyone
dies.
says that, even
But
though
then,
it doesn't happen.
Don Cheadle had to give him a look. It's like like the equivalent of when I.
It wasn't even just a look. It was like, dude. He was like, dude, and he gave him a look.
It's like the same time back when you were talking about Trial of Gambit, and I never read it, but I just speculated what it might have been about, and you immediately reacted like that was what happened. I'm like, I didn't know that happened. I didn't spoil anything. I suggested what I think it would be about, but your reaction showed that is what happened.
I actually saw No Way Home the very first day. So it was Thursday, very first showing in my area. So it was a 3:00 showing on a Thursday, which was like, I don't know how. My brother's friend got the tickets. I stayed up until like 2:30 trying to get them. Couldn't get them. I went to sleep. I saw Free Guy that night. So that's what I was watching while I was trying to get them. But love Free Guy.
I got mine in 2 minutes. Like 2 minutes flat. I didn't have
it was so rough
until noon.
My brother's friend got it the next morning, and we got it for that Thursday 3 p.m. showing. It was packed. It was full. So I didn't know I didn't hear any spoilers besides that Aunt May one that was in my comments, but I thought that was fake until it actually happened. But I heard no spoilers. I not knew, but I really wanted Toby and Andrew to show up, and I had a feeling that they would, because why wouldn't they? If you have the villains from their movies, why not have them? But I still was going off, and then when Daredevil, oh my god, that was like another big one.
Oh yeah, that was good. Yeah,
That's something I didn't expect.
Oh yeah,
that was
I love that one because what it does is it secures the fact that I know that I'm going to get Luke Cage. I liked his TV show. If people don't like it, I'm sorry that if it's an unpopular opinion, but it was a good show.
Yeah,
I thought it was just his show.
For what it was worth, I thought it was pretty good. Like I think the first season was hella underappreciated. It's pretty. The second season was a little bit kind of bored. Like the second season was boring, but the acting was still top notch. The characters were compelling and everything. It's just that I think with Luke Cage suffered from just not really having the same flashiness as Daredevil or even God forbid. I mean, as much as I hate Jessica Jones, there was a bit of flashiness in in how it presented itself.
Are we hitting on Jessica Jones?
I don't like Jessica. I don't like the show. It's just
It's crazy,
Sorry?
bro. You progressively talk and you progressively have the worst takes just ever.
Here's
Jessica
a
Jones
hot take
sucks.
I think everybody can agree with. I think the funniest joke, if I remember correctly, it was talked about in the show. The cops got to fear me because I'm the one thing that they can't mess with. A bulletproof black guy. The fact that they made the joke about his exact existence, I found that was hilarious because they knew what they were talking about. He knew that he was a person who just needed a way to be able to deal with stuff. And the fact that happened, it was amazing. And then they countered with the extra hollow points somehow.
Yeah, I thought a lot of those points were fun, especially because like I thought the fun in Luke Cage, the barbershop scene of how, because I've been in a black barbershop before, and it's crazy how they're talking that shit. Like that's exactly how it is. Like if you go into a black barbershop, they talk exactly like the way they were talking back in the first episode.
They're relaxed. Sometimes they talk shit. Other times they're just
Talk
all
shit.
family.
Yeah,
It just depends on the atmosphere you're in and the time you walk in. And you better hope
Or
it's not a
the
football
Earth
game because two people will argue.
Oh, or basketball game because those, especially like in the show, because they're in New York and they're talking about the Knicks because those fuckers suck, but New York for some reason loves their Knicks. You gotta say, I feel bad for Knicks fans.
It's not all about the Knicks.
Yeah,
You see,
Yeah.
Spider-Man, it's not always about the money. It's also about the Mets. Come on, Mets. Oh, baby Mets. We gotta go Mets. Come on, Mets.
Come on, let's go Mets. We
I mean,
gotta win Mets.
I respect anyone who roots for the Mets simply because like they chose as if you lived in New York,
You and I root
you have
for.
every right to root for the Yankees, but you went with the Mets. That
who
I have
I
to
root-
respect. For.
Do you know who I root for?
Dodgers.
No, I root for Spider-Man to be with the ones he loves. It's a Spider-Man goddamn episode. Why are we talking about dumbass sport?
I don't know. We're gonna drag you on, but also Spider-Man is a Mets fan, so that technically is related. But anyway, we're going back to the Spider-Man stuff.
What
let's
the
see.
fuck?
What?
Your counter argument was, hey, but he likes the Mets, so technically. You sound like a
Yeah.
JoJo fan right now, dude. Everything's a JoJo reference.
Shut the fuck. You're the JoJo fan over here, and you're telling me
I'm a fan of JoJo.
you're a fan. You're a fucking whatever.
I'm a
they call
superhero.
themselves.
Fuck yeah,
You're a
dude.
Joe
I'm
bro.
Superhero.
Oh,
If you-
you're more useless than Falcon as a superhero. All he
What the
does is
fuck is that?
One-
mean?
wait,
Yo,
I wanna
all he
talk
does.
about- I
All
wanna
he does
point
is
out,
fly and
that's-
telepathically communicate with birds. That's useless.
There's a
But
reason
he's
that
also
you're-
hella
there's
intelligent,
a
makes
reason,
good
there's a reason that
technology.
you're not Captain America and he is.
I don't care. I would team Iron Man. I don't think I'm qualified to be Captain America if I rooted for Team Iron Man.
You look
I feel
yeah.
like your opinions are just the opposite of everyone else's. Like,
Well, I'm
even if
okay
they
for
have-
John
You
Key,
just
should change
choose
the
the
fucking
opposite
podcast
opinion.
name. You should change the podcast name to the Contrarian Show.
Well, okay.
Well, what's
Chauncey,
the
let me
point of
ask
having you
you.
then? Yeah.
So
To
if
put your
opinion's
ass straight,
different
you
from-
said some stupid shit.
if your opinion is typically different from everybody, are you the kind of person who, when watching the Spider-Man No Way Home, when you saw Tobey Maguire get fucking stabbed, were you hoping that he just stayed dead? Were you that person?
I'm trying to think.
The fact
Okay,
that
I
it's
was not
nobody
hoping.
knows.
I was not hoping for it. I was rolling with whatever they went. So like, I was open to the possibility of him dying and be like, I'd be fine with that. But I was not rooting. I was not hoping or rooting for that.
When I saw that, my immediate reaction was, "Oh, you motherfuckers, you better not!" And then
I remember
a
hearing
minute
you. You
or
wouldn't
two later-
shut up, dude. The theater was all
Yeah.
nice and tension. You're over here. No.
I mean, now that I think about it, though, I sort of like considering how annoying the theater was with just like the constant cheering and everything. Like, could you shut the fuck up and chill? Like, because it's so loud and I can't hear like the first line that Andrew said because like everyone's cheering. Like, I kind of regret not hoping for Toby to die, but I didn't hope for him to die at the time.
My thing was, as Jacob can attest to this, like from first part, I was a little bit, I won't lie, I was talking a bit. I noticed it, I stopped talking. Then I saw the part where Tobey Maguire got stabbed. I was pretty vocal. And then when the tension started to die down and they looked at him saying, "Oh, it's fine, I've been stabbed before," I started bawling out laughing because I was like, that's right, he did get stabbed like that before. That's so fucking dumb that I didn't think about that.
Plus, he has
That's
a healing
hilarious.
factor. Like he can
Yeah, he
heal
was
from
one of the
that.
few that actually has a proper healing factor.
How do you guys
His-
feel
his-
about the the thing about how every Spider-Man got redeemed in No Way Home.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
a good point. Yeah, I think they essentially did.
Well, of course, Andrew Garfield redeemed. He got redeemed when he saved MJ, and like you saw, that man was about to fucking cry, dude. I felt his pain. I was so sad when Gwen Stacy like got destroyed in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I felt actually bad, and then
I didn't feel so bad.
The way
Yeah.
that Tobey Maguire got redeemed.
I mean, I don't
was
like Emma
that-
Stone, so
The reason I
the
didn't
way
feel
that
so
Tobey
bad
Maguire
was
got
oh,
redeemed
sorry.
is that he felt really bad about everything that happened with him and Harry because he let Green Goblin get stabbed. So like
Yes,
he
his
saw the
villain
one
died.
chance that he was about to save, he went and saved Green Goblin, unlike he wasn't because he
Oh.
wasn't able to the first time. So he kind of redeemed himself there.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he doesn't
mean-
want to let people die. Like
I mean,
he
yeah,
had
in
to
the
live with that.
movie, they Toby does express how he does wish he could have helped all the people he had to fight because like it's just that he didn't really have the time to do so or the help and resources. But with but since there were 3 Spider-Men, he actually was able to he had the ability to save these people and they ended up saving the 3. I think that is kind of an interesting moment, especially seeing Toby reunite with Doc Ock in that scene.
Oh, the sun.
Trying to
Hey,
get better.
Peter. So
Yeah, or
how are
even
you
just
and
look
MJ?
at-
That was amazing.
Yeah, or just looking at like him and even Sandman also I think had a bit of a moment there. Green Goblin obviously he was trying to help, he was trying to stop Tom from killing him, and and Andrew had Electro. I thought that was pretty good. I don't remember what exactly went on with the Lizard. What exactly?
He just said, "Welcome back, Dr. Connors."
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's all from the movie.
But I mean,
That's all,
he already
was actually
saved.
there.
I mean, he already saved Doc Connors, so
Yeah, the real reason behind that was just the guy wasn't around, so it's not like they could really
Yeah.
do much
Mhm.
with the character afterwards.
Yeah.
Just like the
I-
same thing with Sandman.
yeah.
In the movie theater, I noticed it. I looked at Sandman. I was like, he's not turning into his human form. He's just doing the voices. Something's up with the actor. Like, what happened with the actor? And then when they were in the tower, I realized those are all the old scenes. When he got turned back to normal, that was from the particle collider when he actually became Sandman. I looked at that. I was like, that doesn't look right. That looks old. Like, that's old reused footage. That's not the same guy. He would look a little bit older, maybe. And I was like, thinking about it. And then Jacob looked it up, and then he told me, he was like, yeah, no, the guy got fat, and he just said he didn't want to do the actual acting part. He wanted to do the voicing. And that made sense to me, because I was like, huh, that looks like that.
They could've
Yeah,
saved
if you look him up, he's got a Green Arrow mustache.
I didn't know about the lizard part until later, because I never watched the
I'm
Andrew
looking that
Garfield
shit up.
movies.
Let's see, wherever his fucking
His name is I think it's like Thomas Hayden Church.
Thomas Hayden
Mhm.
Church. Thomas Hayden Church. Oh, that is a nice looking mustache.
Right?
Yeah. Honestly, now it kind of makes me want to grow one out.
It would have been amazing if we got him in
can't
the
grow
movie
facial
just
hair.
to be able to
I can
show
grow
him
facial
off.
hair. I just shave it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Real quick, it would have been amazing if
That's
we seen him in the
stash.
movie, and then one of the if Tom had just said, "Hey, you got a mustache like Cap and Thor do," when they had it in the Infinity War, because that was hilarious to me. That they were like, "I see you copied my beard. I see you followed my
Ooh.
mustache." That was just some dumb, funny banter that they had between each other, because they haven't seen each other in a while.
Yeah, I think especially really I think what No Way Home did brilliantly is, I mean, they solidified the values of each individual Spider-Man, where they showed what's great about Tom Holland, they showed what's great about Andrew Garfield, what's great about Tobey Maguire, and as you pointed out, they all got some sort of redemption of some, and I think that's what really made the movie great, and how expressing what makes them all perfect in their own way, how they become a perfect Spider-Man, because now we get, like, we didn't get the 4th Spider-Man movie with the Raimi movies, but like, we obviously, nobody's as upset as they are for the Amazing Spider-Man, because Andrew really did not get a chance. But like both of those two, there was a lot left to be desired. and we got that in No Way Home. And
Did you
then
guys ever
with,
read the script for what was going to be the Amazing Spider-Man 3?
yeah,
No,
I
I
didn't
never.
like it. I didn't like it.
If
It's
I
not
remember
really
correctly, it was terrible, and you
Yeah.
read it out before.
When Stacy was going to be resurrected from the dead and have powers and fight Peter, at the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2, he actually met a Mary Jane Watson and moved on. He was suffering from like severe PTSD and became a drug addict for a bit.
What?
It was some shit.
Okay, so I want to defend a little bit because
Don't you dare try and
no,
defend
no,
a drug
I'm not
addict
going to try to
Spider-Man.
I'm not going to try to defend that. What I'm going to defend is the whole Gwen Stacy being revived,
How do I
that actually
how do I
happened,
remove you from the chat?
quote unquote, in the comics. There was a version of her that was a clone that ended up going out with Green Goblin, the man who murdered her.
not canon
There was-
anymore.
I know,
You can't
and there
use
was
that as an
also
excuse. It's not canon.
I'm not giving it as an excuse. I'm saying we've seen crazy versions of Gwen Stacy coming back, as well as the version of her that was a Carnage symbiote user, which was very dumb. We've seen her come back from the dead just to fight Peter. So it's not like it would never happen.
That's just really fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's really freaking stupid that she's back. All right, go ahead and have some trauma. Okay, now get opium. There you go. Cope.
Yeah, it's pretty weird, and I haven't read that particular comic, so I don't really know what's going. But like that, the Carnage thing, like that. Yeah, that's
Yeah. I will say though, in No Way Home, the Spider-Man who got the most redemption was definitely Andrew Garfield.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Facts.
Definitely.
Here's the things that I want to list off of his redemption. 1, Electro didn't die. 2, he got to save Mary Jane. 3, when he goes back, he's no longer going to be making donuts. And 4, he literally just had for a solid minute Tobey Maguire telling him that his movies were actually good, quote unquote, because of the fact that his are the ones that are always talked the worst about. He had to try to bring up his spirits because he seemed the most,
Depressed.
depressed. Yeah, we'll say depressed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 other Spider-Man were like, I fought an alien. Yeah, I fought an alien space. He goes, I
Yeah,
fought a
that's the
Mexican guy
one
robot."
thing. That's the one thing still on the checklist for what Andrew needs to do for the full to get like a full
I think he's about to surpass
satisfying
because
and
Return.
do you guys plan on watching Morbius?
Yeah.
probably
There was a leak,
I'm going
and
to.
apparently
yeah.
it takes place in the Amazing Spider-Man verse.
I hope so.
Apparently Morbius is going to meet Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man because they saw him on set in the Spider-Man suit. Apparently he was filming like a cameo or some scenes. So we might get to see him deal with some bullshit with Morbius, and at least he could say that he dealt with a vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But also
Until Tom Holland meets Blade, and then it's evened out.
Is Ben,
Well, that's
is
what I was
Venom
gonna
in the
say.
same universe though? That's what I'm kind of confused. Like, is for Venom, could he be in the same universe?
We're gonna just bum.
That's the reason I kind of want to watch Morbius.
Actually, yeah, because Morbius, he says, I am Venom in the end of the trailer. Remember
Oh
remember
yeah.
that?
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does. That's
In the
right.
end of the trailer, he's like, he has like a person by like the
Well,
collar.
that might just
like,
be a
I am
trailer
Venom.
shot.
It could be, but I'm
Yeah.
hoping it's true, and I'm hoping Venom is in that because so Tom Hardy blips right at the
Yeah.
he goes back to his universe at the
Yeah.
post credit scene,
Yeah.
and I was
Depressingly.
I was disappointed
he
because I
killed the
was like
Green
I
Goblin.
wanted him to meet Peter, Tom Holland. But a little piece of the symbiote got left behind. So we're gonna get some Venom in MCU, but
Yeah,
we don't know who
it
it's gonna
better.
be.
I really
So I'm thinking
want-
Tom Hardy could be in the Amazing Spider-Man universe and in Morbius. Like those connect.
How do
We
you
really
how do you
need that
feel-
that scene, the Moon Knight scene. You know, you guys seen that meme that's going around with Moon Knight, where like Venom is just hanging above him, and like just hiding around, and he's like just starting to shocked and just thinking, and this bubble saying, "Why do I hear Eminem all of a sudden?"
I have not seen that.
Oh,
I
it's
literally
so
just
good.
saw the Moon Knight trailer like 2 days ago.
Yeah,
It's not
it
bad.
looks interesting.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
I
I,
have-
just
I have
wish
some
I wish they
contention
gave
real
him more of
quick.
the shadow. Like, I don't like how this mask is all white because usually he has the shadow just covering his
Mm.
face.
I have
They
Oh,
probably
you
didn't
mean
know how
like-
to do that. For
What you
movie.
mean, an
Yeah.
H anime protagonist? How the shadows just covering the eyes?
Oh yeah, that yeah.
I have a
What a
contention
hell of a
real quick
comic.
with Spider-Man. So I know we're sucking off the movie as if it was like the perfect thing, which it's not, because there's like two big plot holes. Well, one main one. They say that everyone who knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man is being brought into that verse. How the fuck did Electro and Venom get brought not Venom, Electro get brought into the universe?
That's true. He didn't know that Peter Parker was Spider-Man.
Yeah, but the whole thing was that it brought all the villains who know Peter Parker or Spider-Man into the verse.
Yeah.
Also brought Venom, who Venom never knew who Spider-Man was.
We saw like how did he get brought in?
Or maybe not. Maybe they've seen
Like,
Peter
did-
Parker, but
Yeah.
never knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. So they knew who Peter Parker was. I think.
My other,
But the thing is, he didn't even recognize him when he seen him on the TV, though.
yeah.
Because Venom was like the only one that was interested in him. Eddie
Wait,
was
wait,
just
wait, hold on.
confused.
do you know why though?
I'm trying to think. Wait,
I'm
did
gonna explain to you right
did-
now why they did that. So do you know why Venom was the only one who was interested, like specifically?
what?
Because at the end of Venom 2, Venom specifically says, "I'm not even from this universe. I've gone to countless different universes," implying that he has some sort of way to travel throughout the multiverse. Basically, Null or whoever the leader of it's Null, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
no.
Null.
That's all it's
Right off the bat, I'm gonna let you, it just this is the only thing that makes sense to me. Is the Venom from Tom Hardy's Venom is the same Venom we saw in Spider-Man 3.
Mhm.
That's how
Yeah,
because
I can see.
I
I
was
can,
on Peter Parker. The only reason that Venom got brought into that verse, but because he's with Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock, he's way more mellowed out and chill about things. He's not as egregiously evil like he was in Spider-Man 3.
yeah, that's interesting.
He got
That's
I
brought
could
in.
theory.
understand that if there's a small portion of him that was somehow to survive against the Goblin Bomb.
They did that. There
They
was a little
did?
bit of the Venom symbiote to survive.
Interesting.
Against the Goblin Bomb? I didn't see that. I gotta go
Yeah, well,
rewatch
clearly
that.
didn't
Then.
watch Spider-Man.
I
Uh,
did actually. I watched it like
I need to
100
rewatch.
times.
But I think that's why he got brought in.
Mhm.
But like, yeah, that's kind of the reason
Also-
why I think he got brought in.
Also, I'm trying to think. I don't think I haven't seen Amazing Spider-Man 2 in like forever since I didn't bother rewatching that movie. For No Way
I didn't
Home,
watch
but,
any of them, so yeah.
but,
I didn't watch that too.
But I'm trying to think. When did Harry find out that Peter is Spider-Man? Like, was it
at
before
at the end of the movie,
Wait,
right after Electro was defeated and Green Goblin just kind of showed up?
Oops, sorry.
He took off his mask and he's like fucking he's like he's trying to like calm him down and he's like he does his little fucking goblin thing. Hey, what are you looking at? Fucking stupid ass shit.
I didn't. I'm trying to think how he could have known, unless like how Electro could have known. That doesn't really make any sense.
Because we
but-
also know that he didn't know because like when he took off the mask, he's like damn, I thought you help poor people. You're in Harlem. I thought you were black.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, he had no idea. So that's
That's
my biggest contention. That it just made no sense. How did
I have a theory actually. Now that I think about it,
right,
it
shoot.
could have been the fact that when he was connected to all that to the servers and stuff, somebody might have had data on the fact that they had found out that it was actually him. Because let's be honest, Peter doesn't do a good job in a lot of the movies of protecting who his identity is. He'll randomly just be on a rooftop looking over the city and take off his mask. And you don't know somebody who's just daydreaming like,
about that.
you know,
stupid shit in New York.
oh, hey,
all the
look,
time,
there's
like, hang out
Spider-Man.
on the
Oh my
roof.
God, it's a regular guy.
That's a fair
it's-
point. Or
So
like,
somebody might have took a picture and then he could have accidentally found that data out before he, got short circuited
How do you guys
or
feel
got
about
into the next universe.
How do you guys feel about at the end, like when the rift started opening up, the fact that we got to see a bunch of future villains? We got to see Scorpion, Rhino,
Yeah.
Craven the
I still want to
Hunter.
know who the flamingo was. I don't know who the flamingo was. I want to know so bad.
I didn't see that. I haven't looked
I
at like a freeze frame of it. I saw Craven, I saw Scorpion, and I saw
I saw Craven,
one.
Rhino, all
I
that,
saw
but I saw
Rhino.
Flamingo,
Rhino.
and I was
think
just
that's
like,
all I
what the
really-
hell is
that's
the
all I think all I
Flamingo?
really saw. Some people were saying that they suspected Madam Web.
Oh, I think
Someone
yeah,
said
that could be
Black Cat
interesting.
too.
Black Cat.
Maybe.
I asked somebody, one of Jacob's other people from TikTok, and they said it was I'm pretty sure it was definitely a joke, but they said it was gay Spider-Man for the Flamingo. And then they sent Jacob a photo, and I never saw what it was.
It's not real.
I know. I want to say that that's a joke, but knowing the 80s and how bad they were and how many comic stories came out.
So
Not to mention
here,
we had
here
stuff
are the
with
things.
DC.
So they teased these villains. It was the Beetle, the Rhino, Black Cat, Kraven the Hunter, the Scorpion, another version of Mysterio. That was it.
Interesting.
I swear I saw Flamingo. Now I gotta go back and see if I saw that Flamingo again. Like, I
Wow.
swear to God I saw Flamingo.
Flamingo. Unless he has, I'm gonna look up to see if there's any Flamingo-based Spider villain. Spider-Man Flamingo.
That's really funny. I have to like look at a picture or something and just take a look at the characters that showed
That's why I'm
up.
trying to find a picture of it right now because
I'm not seeing anything other than just weird stuff on Roblox.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite form of media, Roblox.
Yeah, we can always trust that.
Yeah, that's all that shows up with Spider-Man Flamingo. Also a little pin or something that has a cartoon Spider-Man riding Flamingo. That's cute. Aside from that, nothing, no clues what the Flamingo could mean in No Way Home.
I would love it if it was just a joke about a Spider-Ham villain that none of us know because none of us look up Spider-Ham.
Wait, we could ask Ben on TikTok. You guys know Shoot whatever the fuck. I don't even remember his own username because it's complicated. What Shooby Doobert.
Shooby-Doo-Bah?
Oh yes, I know him. Yes.
Yeah, he has a whole thing on what characters from Earth 8311, like what animal they are.
Mhm.
So we could ask him, like, what is there a flamingo in Earth 8311? Does anybody have him as a mutual? He's not a mutual of mine, but like
I
don't
do.
follow him. Oh wait, what? He follows you.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Go for it. Please ask.
Why does he follow you and not me? Oh,
Who are we talking about?
Shooby Doobert on TikTok.
No clue. I'm gonna get them to mutual me now, just out of spite.
Oh, you're gonna
Ben. His name's Ben.
yeah.
Parker?
No, his name is just Ben.
Parker?
Parker.
Ben Porker?
And so ask him in Earth, which one?
Earth 8311. Is there any character that's a flamingo?
The fact that you remember the numbers, fucking nerd.
I remember a lot of things. I remember people's phone numbers and
They
birthdays.
remember how to get yourself some bitches.
I do. I did.
Yeah, I'm so
I'm
proud
talking
of
to
you.
someone.
I'm
Bitch,
so
you
proud of
were calling me like back about that whole
I
theory.
didn't know.
I messaged
Okay.
him, so we'll
Yeah.
see if he responds right away.
Huh, he better. We have questions.
Yeah, we could just send him the link to come on and then just figure this stuff out.
Dude, Jesse, looking fucking ugly right there, my guy. Show your neck. Show your body. You have like the worst angles ever. Be like me and use your titties as like a placemat. There we go.
Oh,
Yeah, show off that
Snorlax.
Snorlax.
Alicia would be proud of that shirt.
Wait, why don't you just look it up?
I'm
don't
trying
know.
so hard to look up the scene, but it's
I'm
just
trying to find.
it keeps
Look,
showing
just look
everybody's
up Pink
explanations.
Flamingo Spider-Man character.
All right, is this going to be our new arc? To just the Marvel Flamingo arc, just figuring out who's a flamingo in Marvel. We're starting a new arc, Jacob.
Okay, so Earth 8311, Flamingo, nothing. I don't see anything.
There's no flamingo.
I'm trying to find this now. I'm trying so hard because I know I saw.
Oh
what I
yes,
saw.
my favorite part about looking up Flamingo Spider-Man character related searches: who is the white-haired girl in Spider-Man? What is Bane's real name? Who killed Bane? Who is Poison Ivy's boyfriend? What Earth is Insomniac Spider-Man?
Interesting.
I can't.
It would be really
can't
cool to see
find-
Yeah, I can't find it
like
either.
PS4 Spider-Man come to live action.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
Oh,
I mean,
I would love to see
let's-
Sasuke then.
No,
PS4
sorry. I would much rather prefer Spider-Man from the PS2 to come back.
yeah,
Just in a trailer. Just show the PS2.
No,
blocky
I want
Spider-Man.
the Spider-Man from the Spider-Man. What was the? I forgot the name of it. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a second. You guys keep conversing. Don't worry. I'll figure this out.
Oh, one of your One of your videos just popped up on my For You page as I opened
Oh.
up TikTok.
Good.
Nice.
Which one?
One of the Black Hat ones with the duet. You're
Philly.
duetting one of the Spider-Man. Matthew.
It's on theme. It's on theme to what we're doing. Let's see what I
Yes.
get. Oh yeah, that's right. I just remembered something. So I pointed this out to Jacob. Who here remembers the old Scooby-Doo live-action movies?
Oh, those
Yes,
were great.
I love
were
those.
awesome.
You remember Velma, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I have a spoiler for you guys if you don't already know this. Guess who she is in the MCU?
I already know
Black Cat?
that. Nope. It's better. Go for it. Say
It's
it.
Hawkeye's wife.
Oh yeah, she is.
She's
I
Velma.
saw this video and I showed Jacob, and we were both just in shock. We were like, "Wait a minute, what?"
Wait,
Wait,
you guys,
yeah, she
you guys
is. Oh
just
my
now
God.
found out? I knew that
I
for
found
a
this
year.
out a while
Yeah.
ago. It's just I sent him the TikTok, and we were both confused when we
Oh,
saw
look
it
at
'cause we didn't
Jacob.
believe it.
I
Jacob is doing
forgot that's her. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was like, "Wait a minute, wait a minute,"
Oh my
and because I
God.
saw the video, and it was just it confused the hell out of me.
I don't know why I said Black Cat. She's like young.
She's not even in the MCU. That's the thing.
No, she's not. I thought it was like yeah. Like,
Unless you want to,
I don't
try to audition for the role of Black Cat if you don't get Rogue.
Oh, I found it.
No.
I found the thing I was looking for.
Oh,
Yeah, I was,
Okay.
I was really invested. Do you know what Spider-Man I want to see from the video games to come up in live action?
who?
Yeah, Spider-Man Edge of Time, the one where the fucking background's exploding. He's walking across the fucking roof all depressed.
Oh, you
Oh,
mean the one
that
from the
one.
meme?
Yeah, when the goth girl at GameStop rejects you. I want that Spider-Man live action.
Yeah, I'm with you there. That's it.
That does sound like something that would have happened in freaking Endgame. You just towards the end of it, you just see Peter walking across the rooftop, looking back on all the things that had just happened, and then Tony Stark's dead. Just remembering all the explosions, instant kill mode.
I'm assuming
I
that's
do-
probably the epitome of the perfect Spider-Man.
Everywhere I look, I see his face.
I do love the memes that they inputted in No Way Home. Just like
Oh yeah.
it really was like a
I'm
film
a scientist
made for the
myself.
fans. It was like their most fan-made film.
Oh,
if
that's a
that makes
fan
any
service
sense.
movie to the very end.
Yes. Oh yes.
You know,
And
I'm
then you
something of a
finally-
scientist myself.
Exactly.
Is the tree
And then the
a
very
Black Cat
end,
too?
having him like be alone and becoming actual Spider-Man. Because like people that have played the video game, that's like the Spider-Man that you want to see. I mean, I really like enjoyed that version of Spider-Man, but
I love watching Aunt May die in that too.
but it's like they kind of like copied and pasted it almost. But that's what we're getting now, and the new suit is fantastic. It's like a little bit of Andrew, a little bit of Toby, and it
Yeah.
looks more comic accurate.
Oh
with
yeah, it's
shine,
different.
too.
I
I just missed the Iron Spider, dude.
Yeah, no, I want a comic accurate Iron Spider, like the one that actually had yellow instead of blue. That blue,
Oh, so you want that one to get stolen and then held above Tony Stark's head for about 5 years?
yes.
Well, I mean that will be how we get Miles Morales because it's going to be his uncle.
I
we did-
think really to the point
Someone just
of,
messaged the Discord something really funny. Let me check what it says.
hold on, I'm checking this.
I think it says, "Yeah,
Oh.
no, my headache got worse, but good luck finding the flamingo order." Exactly. What flamingo
Thanks,
are you talking
Al.
about, Jesse? The
I
flamingo doesn't exist.
I swear to God, I saw a flamingo when we watched
I
that movie.
swear to
in the
God,
thing.
you stupid.
I swear to God, I will go.
No.
find
So
another shit
basically,
like
I just
Stop it.
sounded real stupid messaging
Stop it.
the person about a flamingo.
No, you did. No. Like the flamingo arc has begun. This is a whole arc now.
The next time
Okay.
I come on, I'm gonna have a video clip of me going to the movie theater and illegally recording the flamingo being on screen. I know I'm gonna see it.
Yeah. We'll definitely invite you on next just to
No
get that. Just to get that.
Flamingo. You had a
It's a
week to
flamingo.
find it,
I will
Jesse.
have a 5-minute segment of just talking about the flamingo and flaming Jacob for the fact that he's not.
There's no flamingo.
There's a flamingo, and I will flame you for not believing. You are a non-believer.
Jesse, if there's no flamingo, you owe me a manga.
Sure, I'll get you a manga, but you're not gonna like it.
What are you gonna buy?
Get him Hunter x Hunter. Get him Hunter x Hunter.
No,
Yeah,
It's,
do it. Get him
it's gonna
Hunter
be
x Hunter.
worse.
Oh wait. What does he? I'm trying to think. Which one does he hate more? I feel like there's one anime he hates more than Hunter x Hunter.
See, he's gonna hate it, but he's gonna love it at the same time. I'm gonna get him a manga of Denken Robo Dime $1.
Oh,
And just like that, I want to end this live. Thank
Oh
you guys
my
so
God.
much for stopping by the podcast. That's where I officially retire. It was a great run. I'm no longer co-host. I'm gonna host myself on freaking from the ground.
Good luck being getting banned on TikTok and having to crawl back here, Jacob.
No,
It's
I'm gonna go fucking hang.
Jacob, wait, I know you are going to go onto live immediately after this podcast and start your live, and then you're going to get banned.
Nope.
Yes, that's exactly
No,
what's
he's
going
gonna
to
hop
happen.
on Fighters for 5 minutes, get bored, and then go ahead and.
That's exactly what I was gonna do. I was gonna hop on Fighters and fuck you up real quick. Well, we've been going on for an hour.
Yeah,
and a
we've
half
been going on an
easy.
hour and a half, and you don't want to like try to extend it to 2 hours because we're too early on in our podcast to be trying to make
I also
that
wanna
long
go
of
play video
episodes.
games.
Yeah, of course you do.
And I want to go
I
find a
work in the
flamingo.
morning, man.
You don't work in the morning. I have school in the morning. I have to go to class.
God. Oh no, my
Dang.
day.
Tomorrow.
Let's go get an education, motherfucker.
You can educate
It's
these
called
nuts.
being
Ha!
boring.
You know
I'll
how many
educate-
D's
I'm
nuts
gonna
jokes
educate your
folks I've
mom.
heard like in the past few days? I've heard so many D's nuts jokes. I'm not
It's the
kidding.
easiest. It's the easiest thing to say, especially to Johnsky. He loves them.
Oh yeah.
You know what I love is your mom. I love your mom. You know,
I feel like I'm back in 2012.
bitch, no. Your whole your mom, the mom arc will never end for you, Jacob. We're gonna
The
keep
mom arc
bringing
has
up-
been over. Anime
No.
Pops retired, and the arc died with him.
Hey,
So, well,
speaking
we're
of
gonna
mom,
bring your mom onto this podcast.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
I have something that'll
bring it onto the podcast.
will tie into what Stefani was saying. So, speaking of moms, what was the name of Bam Bam's mom again from the Flintstones?
You would think I know. Hold on, real quick.
I feel like this is gonna be a joke.
Oh God.
Wilma?
Well, my nuts fit in your mouth.
God fucking damn it!
I love that I got him to look it up. I love that I got him to look it up for that joke.
God damn it!
Actually, I thought it was Betty Rubble.
No, that was his friends.
You better believe I'm about to put these nuts in.
Bam Bam. Yes, Dad is Barney. Then
Oh,
Velma. Velma's from Scooby Doo.
I don't remember.
you said Bam Bam. You said Bam Bam.
I said Bam Bam, but I don't remember the actual show that much.
Fruity
I won't
Loops.
lie.
Cocoa
What?
Pebbles.
Bam Bam is Flintstones. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's from the Flintstones show. I don't remember all the
Yeah,
kids.
his
Fred Flintstone.
parents are Barney and Betty.
Crocker.
Velma and Betty Pepper.
No, Betty Rubble.
Crocker.
Betty Rubble and Barney
Crocker?
Rubble.
Professor Crocker. Fairies!
Fairies.
Is my venom.
Venom.
I want to point out that's the most progressive character in all of existence. Take the fairies away from Professor Crocker. The man was jacked. He was a leader in a post-apocalyptic world of robots ruling. The man was in charge and large. He was buff.
Why are we talking about
and
Fairly Odd
ready.
Parents? This is Spider-Man Said Jacobs. We gotta end this.
Because you
dude.
kept
We're-
Yeah,
we're
we're
gonna
gonna-
talk about
yeah,
Betty
we're gonna-
Crocker.
I think we're going on too
yeah.
long.
Yeah, we're wrapping this up. So I guess to wrap it up, just like say your final things, then tell the audience where they can find you, like your TikTok, Instagram, wherever
I
you.
want to give them my address. I'm gonna be honest.
I'll give them your mom's type.
Give me $100. I'll give you his address.
Wait, send me his address because
$100.
I'll consider it.
The Send me the $100. I'll give you my address.
I mean, only because Panda may or may not be sending Jacob the sword that he owes me. So I'd have to actually come to his house to get it, if that's the case.
He's gonna go to the house just to steal the sword.
It's my sword. Heel Panda's given it to me.
No.
It goes to me. I earned that sword. But anyway, give your final thoughts out and tell everyone where they can find you, so we don't get distracted from wrapping this up.
Distracted.
Savannah, you wanna go first?
I'll go first. Yeah. Thanks for having me on the show, first of all. And y'all can follow me on TikTok. My @ is my full name that you see just put together.
You put
Nothing
your full
else.
name on there too?
Yeah.
Fucking same.
I honestly don't. I don't have like a cosplay title or name, so I just use my name.
I put my actual, put my full first, last, and middle name.
Mhm.
I couldn't think of a name.
Yeah, honestly, it's just easier for me. And
I
I
just
also
did my
on
name,
Instagram
but
was the same
shortened
thing.
it up.
But if you follow me on TikTok, I also have a link tree in my bio that you can click, scroll all the way down to the bottom. You'll find my other socials. I have a Twitch. I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch. I'm all there. YouTube. I do have YouTube, but I kind of stopped making videos. I got to think of what to do now.
Make your own podcast.
Lost.
You
No,
should make your
that's
own
your
podcast.
podcasts aren't my thing. That's your thing.
Well, I mean, you should definitely make your own podcast.
We'll see. The world is full of infinite possibilities.
Yeah, I mean, just get banned on your live, and then you'll be crawling into the world of podcasting.
I did get banned on live once, actually.
Oh, yeah, I
don't
remember
know
that.
how. I don't know how, but I got banned.
Actually, I'm pretty
But-
sure I started my own live at the time. So you were texting me, telling me, it's like, oh, my live just got banned. I'm like, what? Damn! Like I'm literally
You get banned all the time. You just get used to it.
I don't get banned.
Jacob's numb.
Yeah.
He's just numb at this point to it.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
what do
that's it for me.
That's it for you? How about you, Jesse?
I really haven't started anything yet, but
Guru will do as Guru does.
Why did you switch midway to a Super Kami Guru voice from Dragon Ball Abridged?
Because eventually Guru will make socials. Also, you're fat and ugly. Like me.
Dr. Dreidel. Oh, glad to have you on here, Dr. Dreidel. Appreciate you as a fan. You're glad to see you. Glad your positive comments and everything on my videos. Glad you enjoyed it.
Fucking hate you, Jesse.
Well, you know what? All I gotta say is, I don't care.
Remove him. Remove
I
him
feel like
right now.
if you change that up a little bit, it'll turn into fucking Johnny Bravo.
I was about to say, yeah. if it
Oh
goes
yeah,
hyper-
I know.
Hogan,
Every
you're
once in a
still
while,
here.
it'll just
Hey.
turn into Johnny Bravo out of nowhere. But
So where can
I
we
hope,
find?
I hope you
where-
get. I hope you get castrated.
Dang.
well, I would say the same, but you don't have anything to get castrated.
Oh.
Dang.
I'll do it tonight.
So Jacob, where can they find you other than your mom? Or I'll just give them your mom's TikTok again, and if you say
They'll find you
anything-
from there.
My TikTok is next to my fucking head.
Yeah. But how about
Not
your
there.
Instagram?
I have a link tree, and the link tree has my. I don't know what it even has. I think it
He
has.
doesn't have his OnlyFans yet. That's what it does.
Yes, it does. It does. It does.
Does?
It does have an OnlyFans
yes.
link.
It finally has your OnlyFans.
Yeah, but when you click on it, it takes you to an industrial website to buy industrial-sized fans for warehouses.
Oh, what? You're hiding your Pop Tarts from them?
Yeah, the people don't even know about
Yeah.
pop cards. I don't know what it has. I need to like
I'll
link
definitely
up
search
my
them up.
my Twitter. I need to link up my all my stuff. I just basically do TikTok, and then like I Twitch stream from time to time. But I usually get banned because I'm a bad person.
And on Twitch,
Yeah.
I'm usually playing with him.
That's facts. Oh, bitch.
So I guess you could use Linktree. For
You
me,
can find my name right there.
yeah, you can find my name, my TikTok, and my
you
TikTok
put up a
and
wall,
my
loser?
Instagram right up there, right where Jacob is, because this whole thing is disorienting. And yeah, he's right there. John Ski with 5 E's, because
I'm blocking it out with the color. You can't see the name.
yeah, I can see it just fine.
Fuck out of here. We're not talking about you.
But you can find me. You can find my TikTok, John Ski with 5 E's. Same thing. Instagram is the same username. I'm trying to get into my my Instagram for the my actual like videos and stuff, like my content. as opposed to my personal one, which I prefer not to just share to people at this point because it's personal.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can find me. You can find my Instagram there at the top right corner. Same thing with TikTok. You can find Jacob being Jacob, right? Also at the top right corner.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoy the podcast, and we'll see you next time.
I want my life to end.
I
We know you do.
don't know what else to say.
Strip me of my